Welcome to the Moore Realtors Weekly St. Louis Real Estate Market Update. I'm Dennis Norman, one of the brokers at Moore, and if you'll give me a few minutes of your time, I'll bring you up to date on what's happening in the St. Louis real estate market. Let's jump right in with the real estate news. Here are some of the headlines this week from St. Louis's best local source of news and information on the St. Louis real estate market, stlouisrealestatenews.com. A report came out showing that new home sales declined slightly in January. However, the inventory of new homes has hit the lowest level in well over a year. Our weekly St. Louis mortgage rate update by a local St. Louis mortgage banker, and also a report showing that homeowners that are refinancing their home loans are borrowing less money now. And some good news showing that existing home sales as well as home prices increased in January. And then an interesting article by actually one of our agents. You too can own a castle on a rather unique property that's available here in St. Louis, a castle. Now let's jump right in with the market data. The first few slides here that I'm going to go over are real-time market data on the entire St. Louis metro area. So the entire St. Louis MSA that includes several counties on the Illinois side of the Mississippi as well. This shows the median price of the homes on the market in the metro area is $179,437. Median asking price per foot, $97 a foot, pretty much where it's been for a while. Average days on market, a little over 6 months, 191 days, again where it's been for quite a while. Let's jump down to our market action index here at the bottom. It's a 17, up slightly from 16 last week. Quick reminder on the market action index while I show you where it's been here. 30 market action index looks at the supply and demand in the market. A 30 would indicate a balanced market, not favoring buyers or sellers. As it goes above a 30, up to a maximum of 60, the higher it goes, the hotter the market is, the more it favors sellers. As it goes below 30 down to a low of 0, the lower it gets, the colder it is, and the more it favors buyers. And as you see on this chart here, it goes back to the beginning of when the market action index was introduced back in 2009. You can see it's been in a cold range, cold market, buyer's market ever since. And actually, most recently, we've been at about the highest range there. The 17 is putting us back up at about the highest it's been in a while. Let's move on here, and this will show us the same thing, the market action index, but it's broken down into different price ranges. Takes the price ranges of homes in the St. Louis metro area and slices them into fourths. And we can see the blue line, which are the 25% lowest of the lowest priced homes, or 25% of the bottom 25% of the market. Has performed the best. That market has been the best market, and as we increase in price, green being the next level, orange the next, and finally black being the most expensive homes in the metro area, we can see the market has cooled as the prices have went up. However, lately those other, the rest of the market is pretty much bunched up here about the same, around the 13, 14 level on the market action index. This shows what the median home prices have done for the metro area over the past year. The orange line is the 90-day average of the price, so it shows long-term trend. Black line is a 7-day average we do. It's quicker to show a change in the market. We can see over the past year these asking prices in St. Louis have went from a median of 173 up to a peak of about 184. They've dropped back down to below 177 now. But when we jump over here to the black line, to the 7-day average, we can see it is sharply headed upward. So it shows the asking prices are trending upward here. Now we're going to zoom in on the market to what I call the core market of St. Louis. We're going to focus on the Missouri side of the river, and specifically the 5 counties that make up the bulk of the real estate transactions over here in the metro area, and that would be the city of St. Louis County, St. Charles County, Jefferson County, and Franklin County. So now the data is going to be based upon those 5 counties. This slide shows the number of sales with the blue columns, and then the average sales price with the green line over the past 12 months for these 5 counties. And we can see February data is sales data always lags about a week or so, so we won't really get good numbers for February for probably about 2 more weeks. But we can see February in terms of number of sales, looks like it might very well catch up with January by the time the month's out. And we can see January was off quite a bit, a little over 1,500 sales versus well over 2,000 in December. And we can see the green line here showing the average sales price is definitely dipping downward. This chart here shows the median home sales prices, so a little better, a little more accurate look at the prices, as well as median number of days to sell over the past year. The yellow line is the median sales price, and you can see it's bounced around here more or less up until January. It's been about 4 months at about the $16,000 range, which is pretty much where it was about a year ago. So some steadiness now. In January, it took a pretty severe drop, and February looks like it's flattening out. So we'll see what happens here. But there was a big drop in median price in January. I'm thinking that's sort of an anomaly, and we'll see it come back a little bit, but we'll just have to wait a little while and wait till we get the data. The red line shows the median days on market, so how long it's taken to sell homes. Again, it flattened out for several months too, but now it's been increasing up to about the 90-day mark. Now this chart here, this is what I call my realtor scorecard. You hear me talk about it every week. This doesn't show, it doesn't really indicate what home prices are or what's happening to home prices. This shows how good a job real estate agents and brokers are doing with being aware of the market and market values, and educating consumers, sellers, when they go to put their home on the market, and helping them get them priced right for the market. And we can see the red line shows the percentage that homes are selling for versus what they were originally listed at. And we can see it's shooting up a little bit here in February, but again, data is kind of preliminary. We can see it's basically been about 90% the last few months. So homes are grossly overpriced. Oops, sorry about that. They're grossly overpriced. Now, by the time they do sell, the prices have been adjusted down closer to where they should be, as we can see by this yellow line, which represents what the sales price is at the time of sale versus the list price at that time. And that's running about 96%. So once the home's set on the market and they get adjusted downward, they're ultimately selling for about 96% of what the current list price is. The problem is when you see by the red line, they're coming out on the market too high. And when you're in a declining market where home prices are at best in most of our markets flat, and then the market overall here is still declining, it's just bad for the seller, because you start out overpriced, and then 6 months later, when you decide to go ahead and adjust your price to what it should be, guess what? Now that price is lower than it was 6 months ago. So this is where you really want to make sure you're working with a company that has the market data and the tools and the resources and the knowledge on how to use this market data, and agents that are properly trained and also understand this and can convey this to you as a seller, or as a buyer for that matter, an investor, so that you can really interpret the market and the data and really apply it to your situation. And let's move on here. This is a chart that shows the median list price and sales price trend over the past 10 years. The blue line being the median list prices for the 5-county area, green median sales. We can see the peak back here in 06. We all know that's when the market peaked. But what's really wild here is 2011, the green line, let's look at that. Median home prices in 11 ended up at about the 120 mark, or actually a little below that, which is several $1,000s below where it was in 02. So in a 10-year period, the median home prices in this 5-county area were actually declined over this 10-year period. Not a lot, but they did. Now going into 2012, they're indicating a much bigger decline, and I really think we're going to see this bounce back up here. Otherwise, this would be very depressing. But we'll just have to watch this. And we can also see this gap between the actual prices and the list prices. probably some unrealistic sellers, perhaps uninformed sellers, or it could show a trend that prices are headed up, but while the actual sales prices are pointing down and list prices are pointing up, that just looks more like unrealistic or uninformed sellers to me. Okay, and what I've given you here is a very quick overview of the market in general. At More Realtors, we have data and information that's available to us that no one else in town has. We're often the source of data for local news and media for information on the market, and we'd love to share this with you. You can come to our site at mo-re.com. That's mo like Missouri -re like realestate.com. On there we've got a ton of market data. You can get market reports for your specific neighborhood or zip code. You can subscribe to get free weekly very in-depth detailed updates for your market, whether you be a homeowner that just wants to keep up on your neighborhood, or a buyer or a seller wanting to, or an investor wanting to track prices in an area. We've got a newsletter that's filled with market information and news and all sorts of other things. It comes out via email monthly. You can subscribe to that on our website at mo-re.com, or you can go to stlouisrealestatenews.com, and in the upper right hand corner you'll see a form where you can put in your name and email address to subscribe to it. Also, this video market update you can subscribe to as a podcast on iTunes. We go to the iTunes store and search St. Louis Real Estate Market Update. You'll see the arch and the little logo here. Subscribe to it. This is also available on our Facebook page, as well as a ton of other information there at facebook.com/morerealtors, or you can visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/morerealtors. There's me, my partner John Williams, and partner Nick Cepak. Us and our team of real estate professionals are here and anxious to help you with whatever your real estate needs are. I've got on the screen here now 2 QR codes you can scan. The one on the left will take you to a page that has quite a few resources for buyers and sellers. On the right is our free St. Louis real estate market forecast for 2012. And I'd invite you to check those out. You can scan these with your QR reader on your phone or your iPad. And again, we invite you to let us show you what we can do for you, whatever your real estate needs are. You can contact us through our website at mo-re.com. Give us a call at 314-414-6000. Call me direct at 314-332-1012. Here's our little legal disclaimer, and I'm going to put the QR codes back up here. Until next week, that's it. Hope you have a great week. God bless you.